And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, once again to another exciting episode of This Is Alive! I wanted to say something about my beautiful wife over here. She got this book at the library on Habla Español, on how to speak Spanish.
No, it's not the library, I found it.
Oh, you found it? Oh, it's a free book, so she doesn't have to turn it in. Woo! So anyway, she's really good at it. Now, I'm from Spain. My native language is Spanish. I spoke Spanish till I was a teenager, which means I don't really. I mean, poquito. I know a little bit, but I also prefer the accent. To me, if you don't speak with the accent, you're not speaking Spanish. And I have a hard time understanding people that are not speaking with an accent. I don't know why that is. There was a time where when you learned a foreign language, you were taught to speak it with an accent. They don't do that anymore. I don't know why, but they don't do that anymore. The thing is, she's really good at it. I mean, she just picks it up, and she's picking. I mean, she just picks the book up.
And I never took a foreign language in high school, even.
Yeah, she said, if you didn't hear her, she said she never took foreign language in high school. So, she just picks the book up, and there are a few things, of course, she's going to need to learn. And some things. I mean, she remembers things, though. See, that's the thing. She's really good at remembering things, and I'm not. So.
And the first thing I ever learned Spanish from was how to count to 6 from Sesame Street.
Oh, that's good.
1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Well,
anyway, so
anything get up to 6.
Once she learns certain, I don't know, rules, like the double L, the Y, certain things.
K?
K? Like, you just hear K? So, but see, I lived in Texas for 40 years. So, my Spanish is kind of mixed with...
Mangled?
Yeah, it's mangled. So, there's a little, Andalusian there, there's a little Tex-Mex there. But she's good at it. See, that's the thing. She's good at just about anything she tries. And she's going to pick the Spanish up, and she's going to be speaking better Spanish than me. She's going to be speaking more Spanish than me.
He's jealous.
Yes, I am jealous.
Hey.
But I'm wanting to make this video to praise her and to let people know that she's good at this, and this will be good for both of us, because then I'll start speaking Spanish again. I already. Okay.
¿Qué pasa?
¿Qué pasa? What's up? I mean, my parents spoke Spanish. I spoke Spanish. Everybody I knew in Spain spoke Spanish. We didn't know any Americans. Everybody we knew was Spanish. And then we moved to Germany after we escaped Franco. And we only lived there long enough to get into the United States. And most of the people we knew there were Spanish. I mean, we were naturally drawn to other Spaniards and to people that spoke our language and customs, culture, food, and all that. Although my best friend, Steffi, was actually German, as were his siblings, but their parents were from Yugoslavia. Steffi's dad had been a German soldier during the war. Not like he necessarily had much of a choice. And he was not a Nazi. He was a German soldier. There's a difference. And Frau Braun never learned to speak German. She always spoke Serbo-Croatian.
Well, just because you're German doesn't mean you were a Nazi.
Right. And my auntie on my dad's side, her husband, I think he was from Germany. I know he had family in Germany because we visited them while we were there. But Europe is very different, very modern today compared to the Europe from my youth. Although, what?
Almost messed up, kind of.
Yeah,
Now.
Spain, and not just Spain, a lot of countries in Europe are having some problems. I don't like that, but I don't have to like it, but it's still going on. You know, the Belgians and the Germans and the bankers. Not the German people, but the German government and the German bankers. And the Belgian government and Belgian bankers. You know, because from what I could see, not all the Germans would necessarily care for what's going on. Of course, even in my youth, Germany was definitely, I would say, of continental Europe, they were probably the furthest ahead of anybody. And, you know, 20 years before that, they had been wiped out. So, you know, the German people are one resilient people, that's to say the least. In Spain, it took us a lot longer. But then again, we had a dictator until 1975. So, Eamon de Valera died the same year Franco died. Everybody talked about Franco dying. Nobody talked about Eamon de Valera, first Prime Minister of the Irish Republic. But anyway, so I just wanted to say my wife is learning Espanol. I don't know the book. I don't know the author.
I think it's kind of a children's book. It's not a adult. I mean, it's very illustrated.
No, I don't know. You know, like you said, American Spanish it's probably American Spanish, which is
called a beginner Spanish dictionary, so that gives you an idea. But it's quite thick for beginners.
It sort of has the Spanish flag up here. It doesn't have the little emblem in it.
They're trying, you know.
Yeah. It says Usborne language books. Not for sale in Canada. Yeah, I'm part Canadian. Eh?
Well,
it's published in the USA by EDC Publishing, Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's a humorously illustrated dictionary. I mean, it is. Oh, that's. Look at that. That's very pretty, actually. I'd like to find something like this in Irish. Although, frankly, I find Irish very difficult. And no, it's not.
Languages are harder than others.
Yeah, and it's not called Gaelic. It's called Irish. For those of you who are going to try and get up on your high horse. But anyway, so my wife is learning Espanol.